Okay, I want you to forget everything you think you know about dogs. Seriously. The idea that they're just our pets, or our companions, even our best friends, that's not even scratching the surface. Their real role in our story is so much deeper, and honestly, it's a story we are in serious danger of forgetting. See, this isn't a story about domestication. Not at all. This is about a 30,000-year co-evolutionary pact. A partnership that was never about dominance or us taming them, but about mutual cooperation for survival. This pact is a huge part of what made us who we are today, and right now, it's under threat.
All right, let's dive into this. To really understand what's at stake, we have to stop thinking about dog breeds as just, different flavors of pets. We need to see them for what they actually are, a priceless living archive.
And that's the key idea right there. This isn't just a collection of animals, it's a living library. Each one of the 400-plus recognized breeds, they're like a unique chapter, a biological archive that carries the cultural DNA, the myths, the stories of the people they grew up alongside. And this is where that big idea becomes totally real. The Pekingese isn't just some fluffy lapdog. It's a living, breathing symbol of imperial China. The Basenji carries the ancient stories of hunting practices in Central Africa. They are, quite literally, four-legged storytellers, walking, breathing history books. So if this library is so important, what on earth could be threatening it? Well, it's not some obvious mustache-twirling villain. The threat is an idea. It's a mindset that's become deeply ingrained in our modern world. It's a concept some call the Babylonian problem, which is basically a fancy term for that relentless modern impulse to measure, to standardize, to control everything. It's about forcing ancient, evolved diversity into these neat, tidy, technocratic boxes. And that's the real clash here. 30,000 years of coevolution versus a modern drive for uniformity that's threatening to just delete our shared history. So, how in the world do you protect a living library from a dangerous idea? You can't just build a wall around it. You have to get creative. You have to forge a whole new kind of global alliance, using culture and law and diplomacy in ways they have never been used before. And this is the strategic roadmap. Step 1, create something called an intermediary pool. It's a legally protected space where ancient land races can just be, safe from being forced into Western standards. Step 2, build an alliance with India, using a mind-blowing legal precedent where dogs were actually recognized as co-owners of land. And finally, the big one, secure UNESCO World Heritage status for our shared canine diversity. Now, a mission this huge, this ambitious, it needs a vehicle. It needs a one-of-a-kind organization to make it all happen. And the amazing thing is, we don't have to build it from scratch. The perfect diplomatic tool already exists. The FCI, it's like this quiet diplomatic miracle. Get this, it brings together 98 countries. We're talking nations that might be political rivals on every other single stage. But here, they cooperate. Peacefully. Why? Because the dog doesn't know politics. It makes the FCI this unique, living model for global understanding, all because of one single unifying focus. Okay, so an alliance like the FCI works because of a shared passion, right? But what's the source of that passion? It's not just about culture and diplomacy. It's rooted in something way deeper, in hard science that proves our 30,000-year connection isn't just some nice story. It is deeply, measurably biological. The scientific term for that invisible connection we feel is interspecific coherence. And no, it's not just a feeling. It's the literal physiological synchronization of our bodies with theirs. I'm talking our hearts, our brains, our nervous systems. They are physically syncing up. And this is how it actually works. When you and your dog gaze into each other's eyes, both of your brains release oxytocin. That's the bonding hormone, the same one that bonds a parent and a child. EEG studies now show our brainwaves literally sync up. Our heart rates even regulate each other. It's a full-on biological lock-in. So what does this ancient bond do for us right now, today? Well, it acts as a kind of biological firewall. In our crazy, hyper-connected digital world, a dog's presence can force our nervous system back into a natural rhythm, shielding us from the constant toxic stress of modern life. And this brings us to an even bigger vision, one that goes way beyond just saving dog breeds. It's about taking this ancient bond and using it to help heal our very modern human divisions. But to do that, we have to escape the Western way of talking about it, all that language of control and ownership and submission. We need a new vocabulary,
a kind of global compass that points us towards some ancient, non-Western wisdom. And what's so fascinating is how these ancient concepts give us a totally practical new framework. So, instead of being an owner, you become a kahu, a guardian. Instead of forceful training, you practice wu-wei, effortless action. You learn to respect the dog's dharma, its true inner nature. And you practice didiri, the art of deep, silent listening. What's really remarkable is that this simple shift in how we think has massive diplomatic potential. By focusing on protecting local dogland races, we create this neutral tool for healing old colonial wounds. It becomes a form of reparation without guilt, a way to move forward together without getting trapped in the old blame games of the past. So, what does a future actually look like where we've fully remembered and re-embraced this 30,000-year-old pact? How does it really change our world in a practical way? Well, take education. Instead of just learning dry dates from a textbook, imagine this. Using something called the jigsaw principle, a classroom of kids learns about world cultures by becoming experts on the dog breeds from those places. A dog doesn't judge by race or religion. They become these prejudice-free ambassadors, teaching kids empathy in a way no history lesson ever could. But this whole thing, reconnecting with our oldest biological partner, it isn't just about looking at the past. It's actually essential training for our future and for the next great partnership that's already on humanity's horizon. And this is the ultimate vision. The dog is our primary key. The skills we're relearning right now, that interspecific coherence, that deep listening, that respect for another kind of intelligence, those are the exact skills we are going to need to connect with artificial intelligence without being consumed by it. Our oldest partnership holds the key to navigating our newest one. And that's the final provocative takeaway. In our big rush to build a high-tech future, the most important tool we have might just be the one that's been lying at our feet this whole time. The solution to our complex future, it might just be hidden in our most ancient friendship.